Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rede Saraswati and today I will be doing an explanation and also demo about my new screen which is the screen. So I will just begin to explain. So in here we have of course the screen where I make it as a new file, and in here um, I make it as stateless because there's nothing that needs to be changed, of course. And in here, um, in the up bar, we could see that it's this thing over here. It's the upper. It's like for the top, where I put it as the color constant color primary, which is this orange color, and then I will put the title, which is text, over here. And then I just put the textile, blah blah blah. You guys already know, color is white, and font color is Poppins medium, and stuff like that. And then in here, there is an icon button. Icon button is basically this button here. It's for like you can go back to the main screen, and yeah, you can go back to the main screen by using navigator pop. Basically, navigator pop is for the go back to the previous screen, and later there will be navigator dot push, which is something for going inside of a screen. So yeah, and context is basically the screen from before. So yeah, and then icon, the icon of what icon I want to use, and in here there's the arrow like icon for me to click in the color white, and then below that there will be a column, and in there will be children, which is an image asset, which is the background, the header I mean, of the and then below that there will be um, a child, padding, of course, padding edge insect all, which is like for this stuff. Then for this stuff, and then over the below that there will be a grid view count. There will be cross axis count three, which is three of this, and then the main axis spacing is basically just a spacing between the below one. If you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that well, but if you can see it, if your eyes are very clear, you guys can see that this is the space of main axis spacing, and cross axis spacing is basically the side of that, like over here. Then in there will be another filter, which is card A. Card A is for the widget over here. This is the. I will explain this later. Uh, so yeah, I will explain that later. But for now, I will explain about the card A. Basically, guys can see that there's another asset, um, where it's for the images over here. And then there's the title, and then if you tap it, it will be a navigator push. Like I said, will go inside of uh, the button screen. So yeah, then there will be a material root, and there will be a builder, and context and will put the other screen and category pagi and malam. And basically that's the same for all. You just need to change the asset, title, and also the category. So yeah, and and that's basically it. So now I'll be explaining about card in widget. So yes, now we're using widget as uh, the folder that we're gonna use. So yeah. So here we use stateless again. In stateless, we see there's file, string, image, and so on. Basically, these things mean that in here there's data. In data, we also have a file named the data, and it's basically all of this. It's very long, you guys can see, and it's basically like a category of everything. Like there is the case, makan and minum, and then there's also a case, bagian malam, and so on. Sorry, whoops. Um, Basically it's like that, and this is for like category and stuff. So yeah, and final is like this string is basically because all of this is string. So yeah, and then you guys can put the category like image, title, and then the function of them. If you tap it, later it will you will need to type. You need to untap, like you need to tap it, like click it, and then key is basically something that needs that we need to, and then we need to record this dot image or and so on is because it's really there. The data is literally there. So yeah. Then below that there will be uh, return gesture detector, and basically it's about like if you will detect a gesture, if you tap it, then it will be tapped. Then below that will be like um, if you loaded this child in the container, which is aka this, by the way, guys, is the white thing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the white thing. Then, of course, use decoration, box decoration, and then border radius, which is this. And then a border radius circle, by the way, and it will be 8. And then color white, and the box shadow. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's literally over there and below over there, and it's gonna be gray and 200, and we use this, so we force the code to make it real. Then will be blur radius of 3 and spread radius of 1. Then below box decoration there will be child padding, and padding h inset all, which is this one again. And then in there will be child column where it's this, and then um where there will be min axis alignment and it will be in center, and then below that will be children expanded child image asset image fit box fit contain. Huh. Then basically that's about like this, so like it will fit in the container. So yeah, there will be their size box, which is this thing of 6, and then another which is title text alignment to center, and then use the style of Poppins medium. So that's basically it. This is required for all, like all of this is in the same code of this. So yeah. Next, I'll be explaining about the other screen. So in here, we use dateless again. Um, this one is basically if you click it, there will be this type of list, and every single of them is different. If you guys can see it, see they're different. All of them is different, and yeah, okay. So in here, we need the screen to have the super key, which is record this category. So there will be a category where it's from the data. This is all the category that we need. So yeah. Below that there will be an up bar again, which is this is actually the same as uh, the screen over here. Over here, we just copy that because um, it's basically the same over here. Then below that there will be yada yada and list view builder, which is this one over here, and it will count the Alice link. Like the Alice, the link of that will be like 1 2 3 4 5 and so on, and the item builder will be context and index of the data, and then there will be a padding of symmetric I don't know how to spell it, but basically it's padding of all this, and then it will be a horizontal of 16 and vertical of 12, and then there will be another container of uh, padding edge insect inside symmetric and vertical of 12, which is this. There and then the color will be color content, color white, and then border radius is 8, and then there's box shadow again where it's literally the same as before. And then in here, I'll be explaining about this one. So, child, inside of the box, uh, inside of the inside of the container, there will be a list tile where it's about like this tile is something for the list, of course, of the data. Then in here, there will be leading. Leading is basically this, and then it will be image asset, image.asset, the alias index image, and another one that we need to force it. Basically, this index is like from the top of the data, like from here, and somewhere in between, and image. Why we need string because literally it's string, and image is literally this one over here. So yeah, and then the list is basically a list that we made uh, from before. Where is it? Wait. We make it from here. Look, if final list map string the list get the list category is basically the same as this. Where we get the list of um, some categories in here. So yeah, and yeah, that's literally the for the image. And there's title where the text is basically the same thing as this one, and we use the style of font family publish medium. And then if you tap it, there will be something like this. Something like this. There's the title, the Arabic, and the meaning, and also where we get it. I will be explaining about detail the screen now before I go back to the other screen. So basically, again, we use stateless in this one, and then we also use final string title. Basically, it's everything in here, and we also need the super key and also the required this because this is a real data that we already made, and so on, like I said before. And then below the scaffold, as a bar again, is basically the same thing as always, like this thing. So we can go back to um, the before the previous screen, and then in the body container, we need to make a media query size of context height. This is basically like it will automatically um, height itself based on based on the items that's inside of the container. So yeah, you can see that this is like this, and if you go to another one, it will be different, like a different one. See, wait, I don't know if you guys can see the difference though, but basically it's very different. You guys can see. Wait, I will find. See, it's very different. This one is more low, and this one is more longer. You guys can see the difference now. See. Okay, so that's basically for like the context of the size. So yeah, and then there will be weight double infinity. Double infinity is basically it will um like go to the side as far as it can go. I don't know how to translate it from English in relation to English, but basically it's melebar selebar-lebarnya. So yeah, something like that. And then there will be box segregation, blah blah blah, again and again. And the this background is basically this over here, and there will be box fit cover to cover every single spot there is. And then below the box decoration, there will be child scroll view. Basically, you can scroll it. You can scroll it if it's long, something like that. And then padding and padding into all 24. Then there's container, and then box decoration again, and color sweat and wood radius, blah blah blah. You guys already know this. And then there's padding and set all 24 child column, which is this, and then children text. Now, for this one, it will be their title. The font, the text alignment is center. Style is the font size is 24. The color comes with color text, and the font family is Poppins Bold. And below that, it will be size box of 16, and there will be another text, which is Arabic text. Actually, this is like a copy of this, except we changed the title of the string, this over here, and also the font family, the size, and color. So in here there's Arabic text where we need to put it as Poppins regular. You guys can see here is Poppins regular, and the font size is 24, and then size box again below this, and then its translation which is okay this, and it will be blue and it will be 200, and the font size is 16, and same Poppins regular, and then the same thing as this, except the reference is going to be the color is going to be gray, and then the font size is going to be 12. So yeah, that's basically it for this, and it applies to every single one of them. So it's not just for one code; it's basically all of them because we already have the data from here. You just need to put from the final string, blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay, I will not explain again from the dolly screen. So if you tap, uh, like I said, if you tap one of them, for example, it does Mentido and it will be something like this. It will be on navigator dot push, and it will bring the context of the next screen, and then the page road will be about like the builder. The context is title the screen, which is this one, which here that I just explained before, and the title will be from the alias, which is from the data. Index is from the very top, and then the type of string that's what kind of category is this is the title, and then so on. It's basically the same. And then of course we need to force to make it work because this data is really there. So, yeah, if we don't put this in, there will be an error. You guys can see there will be an error. Where's the ring? So yeah, we need to put the exclamation mark so we can know it's really there for our code. So yeah, maybe that's all for my explanation, also demo. I'm real sorry if there's any mistakes, and I hope you guys understand what I meant. And yeah, maybe that's all for me. I'm sorry again if I have been a mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.